was a pretty fun session though. All this practice for M1 CM's gotta be good. Oh yeah, dude, it helps so much. It helps so much. You've probably heard me say it before, but that's the same approach I'll take to anything really. The same thing I did in boxing. Before I fought, like I was only sparring or primarily sparring solid professional fighters, professional boxers. So when I went in with with an amateur, it was like nothing. But same concept for StarCraft. You always practice up. Always practice up as much as possible. I'm not gonna say I don't ever play practice games with people who are lower league, but in terms of trying to improve myself, I always want to practice with people who are higher league. Yeah, you absolutely should do it more. It's the best thing that you can do. Of course, you want to do so. Like spamming games, yeah, that's great and everything, but you want to do so and try to gain an understanding for what's going on.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Big job. SCV ready. In the rear with the gear. Big job, huh? Go ahead. SCV ready. What's going on? SCV ready. Go ahead.
Okay, so it looks like he's expanding here.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
What's going on? Go ahead. What's going on?
Is he expanding on the high ground? I think he's expanding on the high ground.
Command center upgrade complete.
Huh?
Coward.
The Grim Reaper has arrived.
I absolutely hate expanding on the high ground. I will avoid it at all costs. Oh, well, there we go.
Big job, huh? Got SCV ready. Kill. We're screwed. Bet. Yeah, got some. SCV ready. What's it worth? Fear them. Go ahead. What's go? I'm the. In the rear with some hell. What death? Got what? You want some?
Not enough energy.
I got some. I'm waiting on. Are you? Ready to raise some hell. The Grim Reaper has arrived. I'm listening.
Game, bro. We'll give him a little post game. What do you guys think? Kind of in the mood. GG, bro. There we go. Not gonna lie, I actually got pretty lucky though that game. With the path that I sent my Reaper on. I wanted to send my Reaper down to the side to meet up with my SCV, and then put on the Reaper SCV pressure because I assumed he was expanding due to the one gas. But yeah, as we saw, it was one Rax at home and then proxied Raxes. But yeah, that was definitely a little bit fortunate.
Huh? SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
What's go ahead. SCV ready. Big shot. Huh? Ah! Huh?
Not enough minerals.
After getting raffle stomped by Nats Protoss, maybe this game will be a little bit easier for me.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
We'll go back with the good old proxy factory.
Sure thing.
Did the 5 racks last game.
What's going on?
Ask him if he likes factories.
SCV ready.
There
In
you
the
are,
rear.
sly bugger.
Go ahead. What's going on? SCV ready.
What?
Huh? Big job. Bad news. In the rear with the gear.
So I'm going to be extra cautious and just block him off right now. Yep, it is in fact a cannon
What's
rush.
going? Go ahead. In the rear with the gear. Huh? Big job. What's going on? Go ahead. Bad news. What's going on?
Not enough minerals.
Armed and ready. Huh? Go ahead. In the rear with the gear. You've been waiting on you. Roger that.
Command center upgrade complete.
You want a piece of me, boy? What's going on? In the rear with the gear. Huh? Good job. Bad. Armed and ready. Huh? Been waiting on you.
Are you kidding me right now?
Armed and
Not enough energy.
what's going on? Armed and ready.
Okay, now he's in trouble.
Bad
GG.
news.
Okay. Did somebody do this recently in a pro game? Because this is the second time in 2 days that I've gone against this exact build. I'm assuming it's a different player. Proxied 3 gateways and a forge. So, yeah. It's like I say every time. Once you block this off, they're done. Granted, that was a little bit harder to hold. And my factory was later. But my factory was late in this case. If I'm going to rewind actually. I think it was late because I went for my orbital command. I actually want to see that because the last time I played this build, I destroyed it. I made a second barracks though because I saw that it was proxy gateways. Here, I thought it was just a regular cannon rush. But the last time I saw it, I scouted the gateway, so I blocked off with a second barracks instead of another supply depot. But it doesn't matter. As long as you block this off, you're in pretty good shape. I do want to see why my factory was late, though. If my factory was up sooner, that means I get the Hellions into his mineral line sooner. And when I get the Hellions into the mineral line sooner, then I don't have to face as many Zealots. He very, very nearly broke through. Clean. Thanks, man. It might be the same guy from yesterday. I actually don't recall what... obviously, this dude's a barcode. I don't recall what the guy's name was. But yeah, I've never seen this particular build before. 3 gateways, and if I would have killed that probe, it would have been fantastic. Yeah, 3 gateways and cannon rush. Okay, hold on. All right, so factory still is not down, and yes. It's because I'm getting this here. Because I thought it was a normal cannon rush. If it's a normal cannon rush, yep, go with this. If I would have realized that it was the gateway variation, I would not have gotten this right now. I would have gotten the factory first. So that factory is delayed quite a bit more than I would like. I want to put on counter pressure as soon as possible because that puts him on a timer this game. So this is actually the exact scenario that Doom Cookie and I were discussing yesterday. But at any rate, ended up working out. I was also really worried about sending my SCVs back, so I was just watching here. If he tried to follow me up the ramp, I would have just let these SCVs die. Because the worst possible thing that can happen is I let these probes up into my base, and they continue. If they put buildings up here, it's going to grant them the high ground vision. So I absolutely did not want that to happen. A little bit worried there. This is a pretty powerful build, already prepared so as not to get supply blocked. But if I don't block this off, I'm 100% dead. Not gonna lie, this was a very satisfying game. Yeah, once these cannons are gone, then the game's over. It's pretty cool though. I think that is the same guy. That's the same guy. I'm almost that's the same guy because he was also, or he was like 5,200 yesterday.